In the universe of Dune, power and governance are not merely about control and dominion, but are canvases for deeper philosophical exploration. Here, amidst the sprawling empires and intricate alliances, the Stoic virtues deeply influence leadership styles and decisions. Take Duke Leto Atreides, a leader whose rule is steeped in Stoic principles. Duke Leto's approach to power is a testament to Stoic virtues, especially justice and temperance. His leadership style is characterized by fairness, ethical governance, and a profound sense of responsibility towards his people. He is not swayed by emotion or personal gain but focuses on the greater good, demonstrating Stoic wisdom and moral fortitude. Duke Leto's decisions, from his handling of the spice production to his interactions with the freemen, reflect a Stoic understanding of power, not as an end, but as a means to achieve societal well-being. He views power as a trust, to be used wisely and justly, aware of its potential to corrupt. As Paul Atreides steps into his father's shoes, his journey becomes a profound reflection on the Stoic approach to power. Paul inherits not just a title, but a nexus of complex challenges. His initial reluctance and subsequent acceptance of his role embody the Stoic virtue of courage, courage to face inevitable changes and to act rightly regardless of personal cost. Paul's vision for Arrakis goes beyond traditional rule. His leadership evolves into a philosophical quest, reflecting the Stoic ideal of the wise king who rules not for self-interest but for the stability and betterment of his realm. Paul's engagement with the freemen and his strategic use of spice influence serve as pivotal examples of applying Stoic temperance and wisdom, balancing immense power with profound responsibility. As Paul navigates the treacherous politics of Arrakis, his transformation from a young heir to a messianic leader illustrates the Stoic belief in the transformative power of philosophy. He embodies the Stoic idea that true leaders are philosophers first, individuals who govern their own passions before they can rightly govern others. In Dune, power is portrayed not as a mere tool of oppression or ambition, but as a deeply philosophical element that tests character and virtue. Through the leadership of Duke Leto and Paul Atreides, Dune challenges us to rethink power and governance through the lens of Stoicism, highlighting that the greatest leaders are those who govern as if they were servants, not masters. In the universe of Dune, fate and fear intertwine, shaping the destinies of its characters in profound ways. Central to this narrative is the Bene Gesserit's Litany Against Fear, a mantra that encapsulates a philosophy closely aligned with Stoic thought. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone there will be nothing. Only I will remain. This powerful incantation is not just a tool for survival, it is a profound expression of Stoic endurance. Stoicism teaches that fear, like any emotion, is based on perception and can be controlled through rational thought and perspective. In Dune, Paul Atreides and other characters face their fears by understanding and accepting them, rather than allowing fear to control their actions. This mirrors the Stoic practice of turning towards one's fear, examining it logically, and diminishing its power through understanding. The prophecy that Paul will become the Muad'Dib, a messianic figure, imposes a heavy fate upon him. The Stoic attitude towards fate, what they call amor fati or love of fate, is not merely about acceptance but embracing one's destiny with courage and enthusiasm. Paul embodies this as he steps into his role, not with resignation, but with a proactive acceptance that shapes his path forward. Throughout Dune, characters' reactions to their destinies further illustrate their alignment or divergence from Stoic principles. While Paul embraces his fate, using it as a strength, others may resist or deny their paths, illustrating the conflict between fear and destiny and the varying degrees to which they accept the Stoic ideal of amor fati. The events of Dune challenge us to consider our own responses to fear and fate. The story provides a canvas to explore amor fati, encouraging us not just to withstand the trials of life but to welcome them as necessary parts of our story. This Stoic acceptance is not passive but an active engagement with life, allowing individuals to transcend their fears and actively shape their destinies. As we reflect on the Stoic sands of Dune, let us take with us the lessons of the Litany Against Fear and amor fati. These teachings, ancient yet timeless, provide us with the tools to face our own fears and fates, not with trepidation, but with the strength of character that defines true leadership and wisdom. As our journey through the Stoic philosophy embedded in the epic saga of Dune comes to a close, we are left with profound insights into the nature of virtue, power, fate, and fear. From the arid expanses of Arrakis to the complex interplay of politics and prophecy, Dune serves not only as a narrative of interstellar conflict but as a deep philosophical exploration that challenges and enlightens. We've seen how Paul Atreides embodies the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, rising as a leader who not only faces his external challenges but also masters his internal struggles. The harsh environment of Arrakis taught us about resilience and adaptation, mirroring the Stoic acceptance of life's harsh realities. Through the Litany Against Fear, we delved into the Stoic approach to handling fear, not with avoidance, but with confrontation and understanding. And in the concept of amor fati, we explored the Stoic love of fate, encouraging us to embrace our destinies as opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Dune is more than just a story. It is a philosophical guide that offers timeless lessons on living with virtue and intention. As you reflect on the Stoic teachings presented in this saga, consider how these principles can be applied in your own life. How might you face your fears with courage? How can you embrace your fate with a heart full of vigor and a spirit of acceptance? If this exploration of Stoicism through Dune has sparked your interest, I encourage you to dive deeper into both the philosophy and the film. Discuss these ideas with friends, reflect on them in your personal life, and join us again as we continue to uncover the profound wisdom embedded in the stories we love. Welcome to the vast, unforgiving deserts of Arrakis. Welcome to Dune, a masterpiece of science fiction that has captivated audiences with its epic narrative and profound philosophical underpinnings. Today, we explore this cinematic journey through the lens of one of the most resilient philosophies known to humanity, Stoicism. Dune, originally a novel by Frank Herbert, has stood as a monumental work in the sci-fi genre. Set in a distant future amidst a vast interstellar empire, Dune tells the story of young Paul Atreides, whose family accepts the stewardship of the desert planet Arrakis. But Arrakis is no ordinary place. It is the only source of the universe's most valuable substance, the spice melange, which grants psychic powers and is vital for space travel. But how does Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, weave its threads through this futuristic saga? Stoicism teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions. The philosophy asserts that virtue such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is the only good, and that we should be indifferent to external goods such as wealth, health, and even life itself. In today's video, we will delve into how Paul Atreides exemplifies these virtues: wisdom in his leadership, courage in facing colossal challenges, justice in his dealings with the freemen, and temperance in his use of immense power. We'll also explore the broader impacts of Stoicism on the governance of Arrakis and the philosophies of its varied inhabitants. In the sprawling dunes of Arrakis, amidst political intrigue and interstellar conflict, emerges a figure of profound complexity and stoic virtue, Paul Atreides. A young man not just shaped by his circumstances, but one who also shapes them through the stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. From the beginning, Paul is trained in the ways of leadership and combat, yet his true strength lies in his wisdom. Stoicism holds that wisdom is not merely about knowledge but about applying rational judgment. As Paul navigates the treacherous waters of Arrakis politics and the looming threat of war, his decisions reflect a deep strategic thinking embodying Stoic wisdom. He learns, adapts, and plans several moves ahead, foreseeing consequences in a world where every decision can lead to myriad outcomes. Courage, another cardinal Stoic virtue, is not about the absence of fear, but acting rightly despite it. Paul's journey on Arrakis is a testament to this courage. As he faces the betrayal that appends his family, the deadly creatures of the desert, and the weight of prophecy, Paul's courage is not just physical but moral. He steps into a role that demands not only facing his enemies but also confronting the darker sides of power and destiny. Justice in Stoicism is about right action towards others, and Paul's dealings with the freemen illustrate this virtue. He approaches them not as a conqueror but as an ally, learning their ways and respecting their customs. His commitment to fairness and equity earns him not just allegiance but deep respect from the freemen, who see in him a leader that values justice over domination. Temperance, the virtue of self-control, is crucial in a world where the spice melange offers immense power and peril. Paul's temperance is evident as he resists the lure of absolute power that the spice provides. Unlike others who succumb to greed or addiction, Paul uses the spice judiciously, mastering himself before he seeks to master others. His restraint and strategic use of this power reflect his Stoic understanding that one must control oneself before attempting to control external events. Paul Atreides is not just a hero forged by the desert. He is a Stoic hero who embodies the virtues necessary to navigate both the external world and his inner landscape. In Paul, Dune offers a portrait of a leader who, while shaped by destiny, chooses to walk a path defined by wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. As we continue to explore the Stoic sands of Dune, remember that the essence of Stoicism lies not in avoiding the storm, but in standing firm within it, guided by virtue. Join us as we delve deeper into the world of Arrakis and the philosophical battles waged not just for its control, but for the soul of its would-be ruler. Arrakis, known as Dune, a planet where water is more precious than gold, serves as a relentless, unforgiving teacher. Its brutal environment offers not just a backdrop to our story, but a crucial lesson in Stoic resilience. In Stoicism, resilience is forged in the acceptance of what one cannot change and focusing efforts on what one can control. Arrakis epitomizes this principle. The desert does not bend to the will of those who traverse its sands, instead, it demands adaptation and resilience. It teaches its inhabitants the Stoic virtue of acceptance, accepting the external conditions as they are, not as one wishes them to be. On Arrakis, the characters are faced with a stark choice: adapt or perish. This is vividly seen in the way they dress, the stillsuits they wear to conserve water, and their methods of travel across the dangerous spice fields. Each element of their daily lives is a testament to their adaptation to the planet's extreme conditions. This mirrors the Stoic practice of transforming obstacles into opportunities, using the harsh environment as a catalyst for personal and communal growth. Nowhere is this Stoic resilience more embodied than in the freemen, the native people of Arrakis. The freemen have not just survived, they have thrived in conditions that others might deem unbearable. Their culture is a pinnacle of adaptation, embodying Stoic virtues like courage and temperance. They conserve water with utmost discipline, treat the desert with respect and wisdom, and face daily adversities with a calm acceptance of their reality. The freemen's rituals, like the water-sharing ceremony and their strategic hoarding of water, are not mere cultural quirks but adaptations essential for survival. These practices reflect a deep understanding of their environment, a Stoic acknowledgement of the reality of their world and their place within it. They do not waste resources or energy on what cannot be changed. Instead, they focus on mastering their circumstances. Arrakis teaches us a powerful lesson in Stoicism. It shows that true resilience is not about enduring hardship but about transforming it into a strength. Through its relentless winds and unforgiving sun, Arrakis does not merely shape the physical landscape but sculpts the souls of its people,